neighboring galaxy cluster. Amazing. Well, back here on Earth, I'm saying, say it ain't snow, guys.
Oh,
Say
nice. Nice, Erica.
Say it ain't snow.
Rob Haswell would be very pleased with that.
And would be repeating it for quite some time.
Exactly.
Well, we thank you for joining in. Okay, let's do the lineup today in
For
Nicole's
Nicole
place.
Hubbard.
There we go.
We've got Kim
Kim
Murphy.
Murphy.
And in for Rob, we've got our very own Cram. Of course, it's just
This
me.
is where it gets strange then.
I know, but in for Jelly. Now, you have to do all the Jelly-esque things, because Jelly has things that she does.
Is there food?
Well,
Because that I can do.
That you can do.
But this is the
we got
list
Gino.
of
Yes.
people that they went through before they got to me. I mean, the guy who plows the snow, he couldn't do it. They were going to have him fill in. He was busy. Yes.
I know. We should do starter songs tomorrow, like dun 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 introducing.
get us pumped
Yeah,
up.
to get us pumped up. You all ready
we
for
should.
this?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk
All
it.
right. Well, I'll tell you what. Having said all that, let's do this. Let's go to the bubbler.
I just think it's another trick from Mother Nature.
It's annoying. I wish it would go away.
Ain't that the truth? But just when we thought that the snow was gone for the season, of course, this, right? Busting out the snow boots again. Areas to the north got hit much harder than we did here in Milwaukee, and the winter woes just aren't over yet. Strong winds today are expected to blow all of that snow around, possibly back onto the roads. And Rachel says we can see more tomorrow. So say it ain't
I
snow.
got plans, and Rob. Oh no, Rob wasn't here.
It was Rachel.
Which, no,
Remember
was it? Was this
yesterday
the
she had
snow
the
we
cute
talked about
dress
last week? Because
on.
Rob promised it wouldn't be on my block, and I woke up this morning.
Do we shovel, though, or do we wait until
Don't
it melts?
shovel.
No shoveling?
shovel.
I said wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait it
Yeah.
out.
I'm all for
But
that.
this morning I looked out. I'm like, oh gosh, I need my boots. Not because it was like so deep, but
Because it was
more
nasty.
than you don't want to
Yes.
wear your shoes and
Right.
get
Right,
those messed up.
you can't wear those
You
shoes
can't
out in
wear
the snow because you'll
these
get
shoes.
your feet wet.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, not the boots.
I know.
Yeah,
It's just rude.
it is. How did Charlie dress
rude.
this morning?
Charlie had snow pants ready
He
for
did.
daycare.
He did.
But the boy doesn't mind. He'll wear snow
He
pants
does.
in 50-degree weather. Let
But
alone
don't you
snow,
kind of
so.
miss the days when somebody?
No, I don't miss the snow pants.
No, I was gonna say when somebody like pre-thought and dressed you.
Yeah.
That would be
laid your
nice.
clothes.
Yeah.
That somebody cared enough to check the weather and knew you knew that
yes.
you would need snow
Doesn't
pants.
that happen with Rob? Doesn't Rob's wife pick out the...
She does.
Isn't that the truth, though?
See, now why are you trying to get me
I
in
thought that was a thing.
Really? I think that's just love right there.
Let's see, Rob's not in town.
So he can't hear
Tanya
any of this.
is.
Yes.
I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
No, I
he
thought
looks
that was a
nice,
thing.
whoever does it.
Yeah, Rob
That's
pulls it
right.
together. I like it.
So we probably will be talking about snow again tomorrow.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. All right, some moving to what's happening in Milwaukee. Yesterday this came out. I go to sleep for a nap, wake up. Announcement, Darian Driver, superintendent of Milwaukee Public Schools, leaving, meaning MPS will once again have to start the search for a superintendent. Driver announced yesterday she's leaving to be the CEO of United Way in Detroit, returning back home. She says she just couldn't pass it up. She took over for MPS as superintendent of fall of 2014. Her last day is July 6th. That's a tough job.
It is.
Yeah.
No one
Yep.
really stays, longer than one term.
One of
I'm
the
guessing burnout.
Burnout,
You know,
yeah.
That could be it
Yeah.
too. Backlash, some rude comments across the board. One of the things about Darian Driver, and I've had a chance to interview her several times, is that the passion she has
Loves
for
the kids.
for the kids,
Which is
but
so-
also
which
the
is
city of Milwaukee,
Yeah.
regardless of where she's going and into Detroit, and where she came from, she always loved both of those, and that's what made her special.
Yeah, she always said, these are my babies.
Yeah.
These are all my babies.
It's difficult to do a job, though, that's so big sometimes that you don't get the support to do.
And no money.
You've got the responsibility of a
Yes.
huge job, but you don't have the support. And then, of course, you're blamed
Yeah.
because the job cannot be done. Not that you can't do it, but the jobs can't be done
And
in
the
some
politics
cases.
of
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yes. Everyone's a critic.
Everyone's a
Yeah.
critic, and just state and local and unions and all that kind of stuff. It's not an easy
Let
job.
alone students and parents.
And students and parents.
Yeah.
They will not be showing what we just said to help get the next
No,
one.
no. We'll show the lakefront.
difficult.
But you know what? Again, all educators, I think there's a commitment to do what they do. It's not for the glory.
It's not for
Right.
the glory.
Yes.
It's not for the money.
It's not for the money.
for the passion for, and not just children, because this is our future. I can't imagine a better investment to mate.
And boy, do we need it.
Baby,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
like who's
about.
going to take care of me?
Hi.
Get it right.
Do you think
y'all.
Charlie?
Get it right.
Okay.
Sign him up.
Okay. He's
Crab
he's
is
got
like-
two
As long as he
parents.
can wear smoking.
I know, right? So we wish her luck.
All right, let's take an exhale and go shopping. I am so excited. I don't know if you two know, I am an Ikean. Did you know this?
did not know
No.
realize
So would
that.
you drive to
That's some-
Schaumburg to go?
I actually might, or I could Uber. It's the thing. All right, the world's largest furniture retailer is unboxing
Oh, look, there's a
in
couch.
our backyard. Yesterday, Fox 6 had a look inside IKEA's Oak Creek location ahead of its grand opening, which is going to be next month. Now, product is already hitting the shelves, thousands of square foot inside, 293,000 square feet to be exact. This Swedish founded retailer is set to launch its Wisconsin store opening on May 6th. Doors are set to open at 9 a.m.
16th.
16th.
Yes.
Thank you. What did I
People
say?
will be there. It's the 6th.
Sixth. Line
Oh,
up.
that's when
Lining
I was
up.
planning
yeah.
to go.
Yeah, no, 16th.
9 o'clock on the 16th, all right? Now, but you can line up as early as 5 a.m. if you like. First 1,000 customers will get a goodie bag.
That could be worth it.
And I'm supposed to be Angelica here?
Yeah.
So what about the meatballs, the Swedish meatballs?
Maybe they'd be in the goodie box.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
sounds good to me.
Maybe they'll be handing out, like,
Yeah.
That's a big
samples.
deal,
Probably
right?
will be.
At
You know,
IKEA?
it's so funny because I don't need a thing. But IKEA is an experience. It's a place you need to, it's just,
Yeah.
you know.
So you've all gone to IKEA then? The experience.
course.
I've never been there. So, and I think I might keep this up. Think about it.
It's
all
huge.
that square footage to get around there, you need time.
Wait,
Right.
I don't have the time to
parking
go through.
lot is
You can
like
take Charlie. There's a kids area.
You have to Uber from the parking
you
lot
have
to the front
Uber,
door.
Yes.
No, call it a workout.
Yeah.
You know, no, I don't.
Good idea,
Yeah.
shuttle.
I don't typically dress down. I mean, I'm a fluffy girl. I like the whole stuff. But for IKEA, no, I don't.
Gino's like, oh, really? Okay.
All right.
For IKEA,
Oh, really?
I flats, tinnies.
Because you have to be able to cover
Yeah,
some distance.
and I don't want my baby toe to say it's time to go.
Yeah.
You know how that
I
happens? It's the
do.
baby
Yeah,
on the
the
left
big
foot says,
toe,
you know what,
yeah.
girl, it's time.
Right.
So I
right.
know I want to spend time. All right.
Well,
okay.
speaking of new things in the area, the Bucks' new $500 million arena isn't even complete, but many of the most exclusive seats are already spoken for. If you can believe it, the arena is already 90% complete. Unlike the Bradley Center, it has more lower bowl seats than the upper bowl and suite level. Tuesday, the Bucks president debuted the group suite, which I think we're buying one of those, right?
Are
Which
we?
has a maximum capacity of 180 people, or it can be divided into 6 separate suites. All in all, there are 17,500 seats total in the new arena. By the way, it's slated to be complete in about a month, and they really, it seems like they moved fast on this.
Yeah,
It's,
they
Really
did.
fast.
it's
Well, you know,
there.
I love it. We always talk about construction woes and when you're renovating your home and stuff and the delays. But I'm like, but things can get done when there's enough money involved and when the right
Exactly.
people are pushing things through. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, why can't they build an arena, a full arena, and I can't get a bathroom remodeled in?
That's my whole point.
Yeah.
In the same amount of time.
Yes, exactly.
Like 4 months it took. What's
Same
exciting
amount of
though
time.
is that I think once we see what this looks like,
Yes.
more of us that might not have been up for a
With the
new
comb
arena
over.
Oh, I'm going
might
for
be like,
Gino's
okay,
box seat.
this does
you
look
just
pretty
said
cool.
you're buying a box seat. I didn't get that memo.
I said we. I said
It's the
we.
Salomon suite. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
pay
wish.
extra
That's
for
so
that.
that's the
People would be
Salomon
surprised. I'm
suite.
sure Fox 6 does have suites someplace, like maybe at Miller Park. Or I've never been in a Fox 6 suite. Ever.
I don't think we have one.
Yeah.
I didn't
Really?
know.
I think
Okay,
we do.
They just didn't tell us. They didn't tell
I'm
us
like,
that.
really? I think there's a suite.
has the
I
key
just
to the
don't think
suite?
I make the cut.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, come on now.
Oh, well. Moving
Speaking,
on.
yeah.
I'll go live from the suite one
Okay,
day.
yeah, find out.
I'll
Do
find
some
out where it
research.
is.
Where it
This is
is.
the suite.
Get
We'll
the
go live
key.
at some point during the
I
game.
mean, at least we should
excited.
know that. I mean, we gotta have a
should
suite.
know where we can't go,
Where
right?
we can't go.
I've been there.
Exactly.
I've been there.
You have. There is a suite.
They have me
Gino.
vacuum it.
Oh.
I clean. I've never been to a game.
Yeah.
I like to keep it clean.
Empty the trash.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You know the story of my life.
Well, the Brewers picked up their first. Yeah, you were security. You were telling us
all kinds of things.
kinds of
A variety
things.
background,
A variety of jobs. It's so important. The Brewers picked up their first win at Miller Park Tuesday. It's all about the walk-offs. They began the game with a walk-off. They ended it with a walk-off. That was so weird. It was like coming down, raining and snowing, but inside there's a little bit of spring. So the St. Louis, they opened up last night's game with back-to-back home runs, but the Brewers did them one better. In the bottom of the ninth, Christian Yelich tied up the game with the first Brewers home run, and then Ryan Braun followed it with a walk-off homer. The Brewers won 5-4. This is the first game in MLB history to start and end with back-to-back home runs.
Wow.
Look at how green that grass is.
I know.
Yeah.
It looks nice. That's a stat, though.
That is.
Who dug up that stat? You know?
They have
Who would have
people
ever
for
known
that, though, you know?
There are people for
Like,
that. They know where the sweet is.
he wore his shoes for 5 days in a row, like whatever they can to like celebrate it.
They figure it out, definitely.
There's got to be a suite, right?
We're going to find out.
I know. I mean,
We'll find out.
I really
Somebody
think
text her.
Yeah.
Let her know where it is.
that's a good place for you to go. And
yeah,
then, you know,
it's a suite. I mean,
Yeah.
and check it out and see.
exactly. All right.
You good, Kim?
Yeah. I'm just decades here. No trip to the suite.
All right.
Okay.
Cramp, watch out for Kim over
Yeah.
there.
I will. I got it back.
Well, I do this. It is sleek, discreet, and skyrocketing in popularity. That's among young people. What parents need to know about the hottest e-cig on the market. That's next.
Plus, who wants to walk outside on a day like today? Not many people, so we're headed inside downtown Milwaukee Skywalk system to see where it can take you, and that's coming up next.
Is that near the Grand?
Yes, it is.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. Sully. Sully.
Real Milwaukee is brought to you by Rogan's Shoes.
Get spring sports savings with Rogan's Cleated Sale. Right now, you'll save with 20% off on baseball, track, and soccer shoes. Dig into these savings at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
I'm Jeff Pittman. If you've been in an accident with a truck, let our crash team get started for you today. Call us for a free consultation. Call 333-3333 for the PKSD guarantee.
Worried your home's exterior won't stand up to storm season? Does your roof need replacing? Get your work done now and enjoy the summer. C&K also has services such as windows, siding, gutters, decks, and remodeling. Our certified team thoroughly inspects all residential and commercial projects. C&K Services, your local, reliable business for almost 40 years. Fully insured and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Financing is available, plus free estimates. So remember, don't delay. Call C&K 262-675-6557.
Can't fit into any of your clothes except your yoga pants? Struggling with yet another fad diet, gym membership, and sick of salads all the time? We know you've tried it all. Now do what works. For a limited time, receive up to $200 in weight loss services. Milwaukee Medical Weight Loss and MediSpa.
All right, let's test them. What is the best pizza place in town?
Krusty's. Suvio's.
The Pizza Barge.
Ugh.
Oh, get to the important one.
Oh, right. Who is the best realtor to sell our house?
A Shore West agent.
Shore West. Well, duh, a Shore West agent.
Why? Better training.
More experience. More resources.
Okay, so call one. I'll call.
No, I will. Ha, you?
Say it, don't spray it.
Oh,
robot fight.
Whether buying or selling, why risk it? Shore West agents are Wisconsin's most referred realtors.
$5 on the little one.
You're on.
Allied Pools preseason sale. Huge savings on all swimming pools, hot tubs, and patio furniture. Allied Pools is located at Highway 100 and Greenfield Avenue. Allied Pools has a pool for every yard, a hot tub for every deck, and a patio set for everyone. And remember, buy from Dave and save, only at Allied Pools.
I was in a serious motorcycle accident. I needed to be represented by a good law firm. I chose Cannon and Dunphy, and my lawyer, Robert Carvello, took care of everything. If you've been in a motorcycle accident, Cannon and Dunphy is the one to call.
I kept my receipt from the last time I was at Rogan's. Now, the shoes I'm getting today are half price. Simple savings are the best kind of savings. That's what Rogan's delivers.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Millions use it as a painkiller, but the FDA says it could be deadly. Contact sex with the dangers of Kraton. Thursday on Fox 6 News at 10.
Well, you might have tried them at some point, but it's time to forget cigarettes. The face of smoking is changing.
So much so that many parents may not recognize these new devices are what their kids are using. and they're in their kids' belongings. Would you? Here's Jenna Sachs with this Contact 6 report.
Survey question, do you know what this is? Would you recognize today's hottest e-cig if you saw it?
Isn't that like a Juul or something? Yeah.
Sleek, smooth, and resembling a USB drive, Juuls have become popular in schools and on college campuses across southeast Wisconsin.
I do know what that is. Yes, it's a Juul.
All of the UWM students we surveyed knew what it was.
Flash drive? Oh no, an e-cigarette, right?
The older crowd, not so much.
Breathalyzer.
The Juul is electronic. You can even charge it on your computer. But instead of inhaling smoke, you inhale an aerosol flavored by small pods that taste like creme brulee, mango, or cucumber and contain a punch of nicotine.
That flavoring is very appealing to a young child trying tobacco for the first time. That taste may not be great. Something like this is very fruity tasting.
Sue Martin of Tobacco Free says the Juul is so discreet, students are even using it in class and in school bathrooms.
In the young person's brain, which is not fully developed until you're about 25 or 26, you're building that nicotine addiction, and that's our big concern.
Back in the fall, Homestead High School sent an email to parents warning them about juuling after seeing an uptick in disciplinary problems related to the devices.
I would roughly say they have become anywhere from 25 to 40% of our daily sales.
Milwaukee Vapor on Oakland says demand for Juuls started last year and is growing.
I don't see sales decreasing at any point soon.
Manager Zach Weaver says e-cigarettes are often viewed as a way to quit smoking because you can typically reduce the amount of nicotine in your vape over time. But with the Juul, you get the same concentrated amount in every puff.
It contains a lot more nicotine than traditional e-cigarettes do.
One liquid pod is the equivalent to 1 pack of cigarettes or 200 puffs.
They haven't been on the market that long, so I mean, it's hard to accurately say, you know, how dangerous they may or may not be. You know, there just hasn't been that extensive a testing on the products that are contained in them.
Unlike traditional cigarettes, the Juul is not yet fully regulated by the FDA, which means the ingredients being inhaled are unclear.
To say these products are safe is absurd.
Psychiatrist Michael Miller of Rogers Behavioral Health says many young people are choosing e-cigs over traditional cigarettes because they think they're safer or less addictive. Not the case, he says.
And the problem with all the electronic products is that the fluid contains toxic chemicals. And in the Juul product, we know that it produces formaldehyde and acetaldehyde, which are real strong toxins to the body.
A Juul spokesperson writes to Contact 6. It is preparing an application to submit to the FDA and remains actively engaged in the submission process. She says our proprietary formula is derived from nicotine salts and also includes flavorants and points to ingredients listed on the packaging and on Juul's website. Tobacco Free tells me that Juuls first started appearing on the North Shore because they were initially more expensive. But as the prices have gone down to about $50 for a starter kit, popularity has spread across southeastern Wisconsin. Juuls are not supposed to be sold to people under 18 years of age, but experts tell me it's still not that hard to buy them online at certain websites and in certain stores. I'm Jenna Sachs, Contact 6.
It's amazing what people are getting into nowadays, right? And what's coming out.
And the marketing,
for pleasure,
so cleverly disguised as like it looked like a flash drive.
Right, it definitely did. Now, you probably won't see a lot of people that are walking with those things, or maybe you will. I don't know what your pleasure is, but today is National Walking Day. So it's time to take a hike through downtown Milwaukee's Skywalk, where I was originally supposed to be today, and we are still being joined by Ann Lardenoy, who is the organizer of Walking Milwaukee. And first of all, Anna, thank you for joining the show. We have to say that this is a rarity that we allow somebody else to take over what I'm doing, but I appreciate you joining today. How did you get started with Walking Milwaukee? What made you start this great idea?
Well, thank you so much for having me this morning. I am so excited to show everyone the skywalks in Milwaukee today. It's the perfect thing to do on a day like this when you want to walk, but you don't want to trudge through snow. So I started Walking Milwaukee because you might know that I do haunted historical walking tours. and I amassed a bunch of history and stories that didn't quite fit with the tours that I do, and so I created Walking Milwaukee so that I could show people the less spooky side but the still really intriguing side of Milwaukee.
You know, it's interesting because Kim had said, oh, I recognize that. I recognize that area. Right now, you are where?
Well, take a look at where I am. I am over the Milwaukee River. I am right by Milwaukee icon Gertie the duck. I don't know if you can see her.
Yes.
And we are straddling the Riverwalk, and we're right next to the Riverside Theater.
Okay.
So we're right in the heart of all the excitement downtown.
And there's excitement.
Now, the Riverwalk, you might know, spans 1.7 miles of downtown Milwaukee. So we can get quite a nice walk today on National Walking Day.
What do you recommend as far as what to wear? Shoes, clothes, you know, because today it's snow outside.
I recommend always dressing for comfort. So you want to make sure that you're wearing comfortable shoes that support you. Because you're going to be going in multiple temperatures, definitely dress in layers. Be comfortable and be happy, because if you are, then your walk will last much longer.
Now, don't you also have a tour, an audio tour that people can listen to while they're walking this Skywalk tour through downtown Milwaukee?
Well, I do have an audio tour. It's actually of Wisconsin Avenue.
Okay.
And it's a GPS-based.
Oh. She walked up her mic.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're walking through the Skywalks, that's going to happen a little bit too, because there's a lot going on through there. Yeah. But it's about a 1.5 mile walk through the Skywalks, and we're going to hopefully check in with Anna again later on today. It's an impressive thing to think about, that you can see the city so many different ways.
And so
you can
close
see it
to the river.
Sure, on the river. You could be on the boat seat on the river.
I didn't know this about
the Milwaukee Skywalk
I love the
tour.
Riverwalk, but I never knew the Skywalk.
And you'll have to ask her about Gertie the duck, because Gertie lived.
Yes, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Did you know Gertie?
That's why we showed it there.
Like, she would always be on the river.
Right. She would be on the river.
I don't know when she left us, but clearly she hasn't.
She's not left. She's still in our hearts, and obviously on the river.
On the river.
In memory as well.
Immortalized.
So yeah, we'll check on her as well a little bit later on in the show. Hike through downtown Milwaukee Skywalk. Pretty impressive. Something to show the kids, and it's free.
And it's free.
Okay. You don't have to worry about it.
You know, when it's
and a mile
like
and a half, that's a respectable walk.
Sure.
Yes.
Good.
Well, how's this for some good news? Less time in the checkout line. The checkout change is coming soon to stores. It's coming up next.
Thursday at 9, opioids are a nationwide epidemic, claiming the lives of thousands.
How it affects families is absolutely horrible.
See how this patch is helping people at risk stay on the right track.
There's no cheating it.
And lead a better life. It's a dose of reality. Thursday at 9.
Meet Matt. Matt has a plan. Marry a lovely wife, have 2.5 kids, and a dog. But Matt, do you have a funeral plan? At Max A. Sass & Sons Funeral Homes, we make planning simple. You plan for the things that might happen with home, auto, and health insurance. Doesn't it make sense to plan for something that will happen? Pre-planning with Max A. Sass & Sons will ensure that your family will be certain of your final wishes. Schedule a free consultation today at one of our 5 area locations and give you and your family the peace of mind to enjoy your life to the fullest.
How is affordable dentures and implants so much less expensive?
It's all they do, so they're amazing.
But who has time for all that?
Everybody. They made these while we waited. Took one day.
They'll treat me okay?
Like family.
I can't believe I'm doing this. We should have done it years ago.
For affordable dentures, implants, and extractions, call 1-800-DENTURE today. One call and one day can change your tomorrow.
My name is Sydney Turpening. I'm a long track speed skater. We train 6 days a week, and it's hard to balance school and skating. With eAchieve, I can travel for my competitions and take my school with me. eAchieve allows you to pursue your dreams outside of school.
It's tax refund days at Arts Cameras Plus. Buy any Canon, Nikon, Sony, or Tamron product, and we'll refund your sales tax via mail-in rebate. That's right, buy a camera, get a tax refund. Now through April 15th at Arts Cameras Plus in Greenfield and Waukesha.
Motorcycle accidents cause devastating injuries.
The driver wasn't looking. The bike's wrecked. I'm out of work. The insurance company didn't seem to care.
Here in Wisconsin, there's one firm I would call, Hupy and Abraham. The firm that has represented over 4,000 riders.
They got my bike fixed. Plus, they got me a whole lot more than the insurance company offered. Local lawyers who respect riders because they are riders.
Put a powerful law firm on your side. Call Hupy and Abraham, 800-800-5678, right now.
Welcome back to Real Milwaukee. Carl is joining us this morning. He is at the Botanical Gardens. Carl?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we were here this morning to talk about their spring gardening series, so of course it snowed this morning. Very appropriate for April in Wisconsin. Nancy Reglan here with the Berner Botanical Gardens with us. Those classes are coming up the next 3 Wednesdays, so you can learn about some gardening tips for once the weather finally warms up here in Wisconsin, April 11th, 18th, and 25th through the Friends of the Berner Botanical Gardens. But we thought since we had one more segment here, we'd check out the gift shop, because you guys always have just incredible stuff featuring local artists from the Milwaukee area, Wisconsin, and while the weather outside may not be ready, this looks like it's absolutely ready for spring. What do you have here?
Well, welcome to our Friends of Berner Botanical Garden gift shop. Yes, it is all local artists here. They are on consignment, so not only are you supporting the local artists, but you're also supporting adult education and children's education here at Friends of Berner Botanical Gardens.
Some great birdhouse gourds there.
Yes.
We'll kind of work our way through here because there's so much to look at. This really struck my eye over here. Just incredible art, and apparently the way these are made is pretty interesting. How are these made?
Yeah, a lot of this is barn boards, old wood, recycled, and he uses electricity to burn the wood and make, you know, coat racks, candle holders, and
so
trivets.
that's how you end up with all these kind of like interesting little bolts going off from there.
Yeah,
It's actually
everyone
electricity.
is different, so
Cool.
it's pretty cool, yeah.
As we work our way through here, we recognize some of the origami. We actually did that around the holidays as well. There's puzzles featuring some of downtown Milwaukee from Handmade Wisconsin. And then these I love too. Candles from Milwaukee Candle Company that smell like different areas around Wisconsin.
Yes, she has labeled them really cleverly. Bradford Beach on a good day.
Yes, specifically on a good day, not on maybe after things are a little
On
ripe.
one of your favorites, I heard.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know what you're saying. A Wisconsin old-fashioned, delicious, wonderful. And then this is a bold one, at least naming-wise, a State Fair smelling candle.
Yes.
What
very
part of
unique.
State Fair?
Well, well, you tell me. What does it smell like?
Thankfully, it is not the animal areas. That's actually very pleasant. I was worried that was going to be where all the cows are hanging out or something.
No,
like that.
no. Nothing but good smelling here.
When are you guys open if folks want to come down and check out some of the wonderful things you have?
Yeah, well, our winter hours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 3, but we will be opening pretty soon for the weekends when the gardens actually open, so that will be the end of April, and we'll be open Wednesday through Wednesday through Sunday.
So including the weekend.
Yeah, so
wonderful.
10 to 3.
There you go. Come on down, check out some of the amazing work by local artists here in Wisconsin and support their work as well here at the Berner Botanical Gardens. The warm weather is coming, so come down, walk the gardens, check it out, and maybe pick up something as well.
Pretty cool. I love candles.
Thanks a lot.
It's a beautiful place,
But
too.
that smell like places, that's pretty
Yeah, it is.
Well, you know, but smells can definitely take you to
Back.
a place.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I am sorry. I didn't realize that I was holding up the line. Seems like we will no longer have to sign for credit cards. Checkout lines could move a lot faster, a little sooner, it says. Companies will soon allow you to skip the signature, skip signing receipts for pretty much everything. The change starts April 14th, and merchants are expected to implement the change gradually. The move may not come, though, for restaurants, though, because of tips. Of course, my first question was, what about security? But it seems that since everything has those, what are those, those EMV chips, that's another layer of security that obviously seems to be working and kind of paying off. So.
And really, those signatures too, when they say use your finger to sign.
I do, and it's not even
looks like
my signature.
my signature.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is my finger.
but it's beneath my fingernails, so I can't. How do I?
So it's
And my signature's jacked enough, so if I can't,
use a real.
I'm not bothered with
The time is coming, though, at the airports now. In some of the airports, there's a thing called Clear, where you walk up and you look into something, it identifies you instantly, and you're right through. That's what's going to
because they
happen.
have put a chip in you
How does that?
beforehand,
How do you?
and
Have
I'm not
you gone
doing
through that?
I have, and I'm okay with it.
You
Well,
are.
I've nothing to hide. I don't feel like
What if
anyone's
they
going
make
to.
another Gino? No. What if they make another Gino?
Oh, I feel bad for the world if that happens.
Gino, but your cable box is probably watching you too. I know y'all don't want to talk about
I think I've heard about that from somebody on this table.
We're moving too fast, people. We're moving too
Seems to
fast.
watch her a little bit more than other people's. Yeah, kind of crazy.
I don't know. It makes me a little nervous, but go on.
Chores and divorce. There's a relation, apparently. Chores are a point of contention in a lot of homes. You might want to outsource some of the work so that you and your partner don't fight over it. A survey finds that 25% of people who are divorced cited disagreements about housework as a top reason for splitting. And another study finds that using some of your income to buy more time for leisure can improve your well-being. But just $100 to $200 is the cap. Any more than that, researchers have found that the benefits start to decrease.
And give you another reason to fight.
But you know what? If you do a chore, I've found this in my life. When I was with someone, if I cleaned the house or I did something, that was better than flowers. You know,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed? What kind of world are we living in? It's just common practice. It should be common practice, split 50-50. Each does a specific job.
Well, you live in the
and
house, so you should. That's what. And then listen, no, what I'm saying is, if you live in the house, you should be. I'm thinking responsible. This is to your point.
Sure.
But as I'm listening, this is like, is that why people break up? That's that.
But I think it's like
petty reason.
the drip, drip, drip kind of effect.
Right.
Like just one more thing. Like, why can't you take the trash
But
down
it's
to the
really
curb?
because you was looking at that
you know
other
what, though?
woman.
I will say, the one thing that gets me about my wife when it comes to chores,
Oh, be careful.
The trash.
put the dishes in the dishwasher the proper way so we can put all the dishes in, not just 5.
Oh, you really are being robbed today.
Yeah.
I tell you, no, because it's a thing, right?
Yeah, because then you have to go ahead and restack it.
Yeah, you have to restack it, and then you don't have the room. Okay, anyway, so.
Later tonight.
Yeah.
But
Brian, what are you doing at my house? Okay, you can stay.
But even roommates, college roommates, you know, I had them, and it was just like, you know, and then people's level of cleanliness is different.
See, you know what I'm
My roommate was such a freak. She would like take the light fixtures down, and she'd like, you know, sweep out the bugs.
Girl, I would bring
That's
her
a little
coffee.
much.
I was like, that's not part of the cleaning.
I would bring her coffee while she's doing it. So what, though? It's clean. Let it be.
But it's just like, yeah, so she was a little bit obsessive.
All right, well, speaking of roommates, the good ones, possibly the bad ones, who knows? There's something called doubling up. Do you know what this is? This is where adults that aren't family are living together. So home is no longer just for the family.
That's shacking up.
That's shacking up, or is it? Or is it?
Yes.
What?
Okay, this is shared living, okay? So it's been increased over
like the
some
Golden
time.
Girl.
They're saying thanks to the Great Recession when many millennials were forced to move back with their mom and dad, which is one thing. But now, 10 years later, the tables have turned where mom and dad are living with the kids. And I think that's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
So, but it's also where in order to save money, adults, single person,
like we could get a really
you could get
fat condo downtown.
Let's do it. Condo.
And hire hot workmen.
Oh, you're right. And we
Wait a minute.
But you know what?
Gina,
I think
you have to have a say in this.
What am I?
I think this is such a great idea because, again, I'm thinking, like, if he doesn't come, and he might not, then I'm thinking that me and a bunch of my girlfriends, and I've got great girlfriends, we need to buy a big house, and everybody does what they
nice
do well.
house.
And then you pay them $100, $200 to get it clean.
Precisely. Everybody does what they do well, and I mean, that makes all the sense.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Seriously, one of the problems of aging is aging alone without a reason or connection
Or
to the life.
socializing, because that will age you if you are just secluded and you don't
This makes
socialize.
all the sense, and it'd be a heck of a lot cheaper than a nursing home.
You know, they're rebooting TV shows. You talked about the three of us getting a play. I see Three's Company.
Three's
calling me
Company.
immediately. Take a knock it up, dog.
Yes.
How would we do a Three's Company though?
You'd be Chrissy. Just saying.
I don't know if I should be flattered or insulted.
Everyone loves Chrissy.
Am I flattered or insulted?
Yeah, you're flattered.
Oh, well, thank you.
Totes. Yeah.
Totes.
Yeah, not Mrs. Roper. I mean,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Furley then?
Don't make me Mr. Furley. Oh, we have someone?
Our floor director.
I don't remember this show. I mean, I know that it was on.
Are you serious?
I mean, I was.
Keith is Larry Regal Beagle. He's like, hey.
I don't know this show.
Someone knows this show really well.
Not gonna be Mr. Furley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
All
and
right.
knock on our door. That's not gonna do. All right. I'm so excited about this. Still
I know, our house is
ahead.
going to be...
No, not that.
HAT.
About this.
Oh.
Okay. See how Kim takes this.
I know.
Okay. Brian often takes me out on trips so I can, or I should say, to put my taste buds to the test. So I decided to return the favor. The restaurant that had him eating out of the palm of my hands. That's next.
I was riding on a motorcycle down the highway when I got hit.
I got hit while I was on my way to work. I called Gruber Law Offices and they settled my case for $250,000.
I should have called Gruber Law Offices.
Yeah, you should have called Gruber Law Offices.
One call, that's all.
People think that helping people, you have to be face-to-face with them. I like to be behind the scenes.
I've always been interested in the health field, and I want to finally show my girls that I can, and they can, do whatever they want to at any age.
I worked direct care for 2.5 years, but I found out it wasn't for me, so I decided to go back to school and go for what I wanted to do, which was the billing aspect of the medical field.
The need for skilled healthcare office employees is growing. Not only does Bryant and Stratton College offer programs for a variety of healthcare office careers, we include the support of Career Life Prep, where we'll help chart your path, teach the soft skills employers desire, provide professional connections, and offer career support for life. Classes for these healthcare office programs start soon, so contact us today. Bryant and Stratton College, for every and in life.
Options are endless. When you have a degree and it opens so many doors, there's no stopping what you can do.
The difference between possible and impossible, it's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Janice, Mom told me you bought a house. Okay. So now that you have a house, you can use Home Code Explorer. Quiet, I'm blasting my quads. Janice, look, I'm in a meeting. Janice, look. Look. I'm looking. It's easy. You just answer some simple questions online and you get coverage options to choose from. You're ruining my workout. Cycling is my passion.
I got hurt bad in an accident. After my wreck, I needed surgery. My friend told me to call Gruber Law Offices, so I did. They got me $150,000. I should have called Gruber Law Offices. Yeah, you should have called Gruber Law Offices.
One call, that's all.
Well, finding uniquely delicious foods in Milwaukee means you have to either be in the know or simply willing to take a chance on something new. And Cassandra, for you, it's been Who You Know that introduces you to some truly unique foods.
You really, really have, Brian. For the past year, of course, you have introduced me to some really unique and amazing foods. But now it was my turn to introduce you to one of my favorite foods. It was a dish straight out of Africa and a one-of-a-kind eating experience. We are at one of my favorite restaurants. It's called Ethiopia Cottage.
This restaurant has been open for the last 11 years and people love it.
Have you ever had Ethiopian food before?
I've never had any. We wanted just to introduce the traditional eating habit of Ethiopia.
So let's take a seat.
Wash up, too. What is this thing here?
This is called moasab. It's a traditional eating table.
Okay.
In Ethiopia, you'll find this in most of the households.
You know, Brian, you have taken me to so many unique places. I'm thinking this is going to be right up your alley.
Everything we make is from scratch. We have chickpea, collard green, spinach, a lot of onion and spice.
The way we make the food is really unique.
We put berbere, you know, it's like a chili, pepper, and then we put garlic, cardamom. It is a stew, yeah. It's really tasty.
That's what it is. It was a little hat for our tray.
Exactly.
This is the vegetarian combination.
What's the proper way to eat?
All you have to do is pick up the bread, the injera, open or unfold the bread, and just grab. So when you start eating, it is just natural. You know, this is our natural
And I'm hungry
form.
too,
Yeah.
so it should be easy.
Yeah.
All right. And open wide.
That is very sensual.
That is traditional.
You can only have Ethiopian food with people that you care about because you
have to stick it in their
feed
face.
each other.
That signifies love and friendship.
This is wonderful.
So bring it on.
It's just that has some good meaning behind it.
And as you did, I will do too.
It's not somebody to get fresh, you know.
Oh, all
something
right.
like
Well, you could be getting fresh too, but still.
There you go. I think that was a success.
That probably didn't look really good, but it,
No.
oh God,
It tastes good.
This is traditional eating.
This is a meat sampler for 2 people. Yellow split peas, roasted chicken with hard-boiled egg, homemade cottage cheese, cabbage, carrot, potato, the red lantern, beef, and lamb and collard green.
This really brings the family together.
Yes.
This really,
that is-
especially if all the food's on one plate, to make sure you don't get left out, you got to stay
You know,
involved.
you know, people ask me that all the time.
Yes.
Because when they sit together, they order their own food, and when it comes, they just say, well, where's my food? But when you are sitting together, eating Ethiopian food, you have to share together. For the first time, they just get a kind of confused, but after a while, they enjoy it. It's fun.
And so you basically just kind of make your way around,
Yeah.
even eating the injera, the bread on the bottom.
It's like a large pancake crepe,
Yeah.
essentially. There's so many different flavors in there.
I know. Brian, welcome to my unique food experience that I wanted to share with you.
This is wonderful.
I know. I was like, what is going on there?
Oh, wow. All right. The award-winning Ethiopian cottage restaurant is on Farwell, and it's open 6 days a week for lunch and dinner. We have a link to the restaurant on our website, fox6now.com. Well, you know, what's really funny, so Brian asked, some of the places that you've invited me to when we went to the bounce house, you said dress comfortable or
Right.
whatnot. So Brian asked if he needed to do anything special for this place, and I said, yeah, wash your hands.
Yeah. And we did.
Yeah.
And we washed our hands thoroughly.
But your mouth was like a hanger.
Thank you, I think. I don't know if that's a compliment.
I mean, it was just like,
You gotta get it in there.
yeah, I was like, wow.
So, but did you enjoy it?
Yeah, and I will go back in a heartbeat. I talked to my wife about the opportunity to go there at some point, and she said, absolutely not. Will you be feeding me food at a
Just tell
restaurant?
her another woman has.
So, yeah, that's what I said.
She
I'm like,
needs to get
Cassandra
on
did
that.
it.
Yes.
You know what I find interesting? They've been going to lunch for a year now. Have you ever been invited, Kim?
I've never.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
I was like,
No.
when did this
This is our
start?
thing.
I took her to the
It's our thing.
airport. You'd think
You
a
did.
sandwich.
Ain't
Or
sharing
something.
You were willing
All
to
right,
buy a
Gino.
fat condo downtown to share.
I will
together.
take you to lunch.
Done.
I will do that.
Good. I
All
like that.
I will. We'll go back to Ethiopian cottage. How about that?
Yeah.
Yiglitu and Alma, the owners, were so amazing. It's been there for 11 years, and it is the bomb. So if you've not,
Yeah, it is.
and they do, if you really like can't get your fingers wrapped around all of this, they really do have flatware. But you gotta ask.
There you go. And I lived a mile away from there for 10 years and never went there. So I apologize for that because it was a truly amazing experience. So thank you. And
Support
thank
local
them.
restaurants,
Yes.
small
Without a
mom
doubt.
and pop places. All right.
There you go. All right. So last we met Anna Lardenoy from Walking Milwaukee. She's celebrating by walking today because it's your thing, and you're doing it with a hike through downtown Milwaukee's Skywalk. Anna, where are you now?
Hi, Brian. Here we are still in the Skywalk. We are about 4 blocks away from where we first were talking to you. Again, the Skywalk is a total of 1.75 miles, so we are having a great walking day here. Very excited.
Okay, now.
And we're warm, we're dry, we're basking in the sun. This is the place to be today.
You're rubbing it in. How many people do you typically see on a walk like this? Because it's not too crowded. I don't think a lot of people actually know about the Skywalk and how it can connect downtown.
I agree with you, and that's why I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. This is such a fun way to walk for free in a really nice environment. we can get all kinds of people in here. Now it's really mostly used by the businesses that it connects, but it's open all the time, and it's a great way to get kids involved in walking and very engaged in the city.
What are some of the...
If you can see...
What is it? I was going to say, what are some of the sites that we're seeing?
Well, you may have noticed that on either side of me, there are skywalks that are in the skywalk system that are crossing the streets on other blocks.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
So you will be, you'll be weaving around. What the camera person's looking at now is the Wisconsin Center. If you cross that skywalk, you'll be in the Hilton, and you can even go visit adorable Millie.
Okay.
This would also be a really fun way to catch the sculptures on a rainy day.
So there's a lot to learn, a lot to take in, a little bit of the history, a little bit of the...
Oh, so much.
Yeah. And for the businesses that are down there, you had said that a lot of people are using them just to get from point A to B and back again. But if we're coming down there, do we need to know anything about times that this is open? Is it open 24 hours, or what's the best approach to that?
Well, there are certain parts that are open 24 hours and certain parts that aren't, but the Skywalk does promise to be open during business hours. And it connects a lot of different parking structures, so you won't have a problem finding a place to park your car.
That's just a nice place to get out.
One important thing to note is that you want to be a little bit brave if you're going to do this, because you're walking through a lot of buildings, and in some areas that seem like they're going to be top secret, which is very exciting, don't be afraid. You're totally allowed to go there. And if ever you're not sure how to continue on the Skywalk, just ask the concierge of that building. They're all really friendly and really want to help you enjoy this uniquely Milwaukee experience.
Definitely.
I do want to just say, if you don't want to skywalk, you can walk in Milwaukee with Walking Milwaukee. These are collections of downtown walking tours that highlight some of my favorite walks on the city. And the one that I pulled out to show you are the Churches of Yankee Hill. It's my favorite walk in the collection. It gives you, it's only just over a mile, but you get so many churches. And if you do it on Sunday, you get into all of the churches and then go take your family out for brunch afterwards. It's a great way to spend time walking in Milwaukee.
Anna Lardnoy from Walking Milwaukee.
I hope.
You also do Gothic Milwaukee
Thank
tours.
you so much for having me.
Tours. You do so many tours in the area. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it, and spending this day is National Walking Day. Get out there and walk.
Oh, get in
Even
there.
if it's in the snow.
Right.
Get in there.
Yeah, get in there.
But I love the fact that you showed this, because again, this is something that I did not know about, and it's a great way to, well, to honor the day, but to, you know,
just get out and get some sunlight, some natural light,
and you can
still
get it
be
through
productive.
those windows,
Yeah,
too.
I like it.
I love the fact that you then, you know, get access to places that it feels like. It always feels more fun if it feels like you're not supposed to be there. It's okay.
Right.
Is it just me?
I know what you're talking about.
Especially if nobody else is around you like that.
I know.
Is this open?
All right. Again, I ask, is it just me working for the weekend, waiting to relax, or is it everybody? But then the weekend rolls around, and what? There is no downtime. What gives? That's coming up.
Fox Wednesday. All hell breaks loose. It's the most insane Empire season ever.
Feels good to be back.
Don't get it twisted, I still run this.
Empire.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 6. Real Milwaukee is sponsored by Ashley Furniture Home Store.
New, now, wow! Customer Appreciation Sale is this week at the Ashley Home Stores of Greenfield, Pewaukee, and Richfield. Our very best deals for spring are here, with huge customer appreciation savings, up to 63% off furniture store-wide, including our newest introductions like the Outdoor Living Collection with outdoor sofas, sectionals, fire pits, and more. Shop doorbusters like this contemporary sofa and love seat set for just $5.98. Plus, finance your entire furniture purchase interest-free for 5 long years, and get a bonus $50 off our sale prices for a limited time at Ashley Home Store.
$150,000.
$350,000.
$250,000.
$2 million.
$1 million.
$500,000.
Over $1 billion for injured clients. $1 billion. Why call anyone else? Call Hupy and Abraham. right now.
We know that when a loved one passes, any financial strain can make an already difficult situation seem overwhelming. That is why we here at the Joseph Sass Funeral Home invite you to compare and save. Funerals can be expensive, but they shouldn't have to be. Please feel free to call and make an appointment to discuss your personal needs.
Opening things can be a struggle.
Now that's what I call a grand opening.
It's Feldco's grand opening sale. Get 2 windows for the price of 1 with no interest for 1 year. Enjoy opening your windows this spring.
2-for-1 windows end soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
When you're injured in an auto accident, you may have only one opportunity to take back what's been taken away from you. Don't risk your future. Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call Hupy and Abraham right now.
Five letters here, just for everybody out there in Packerland and yourself today.
Panic.
R-E-L-A-X. Relax.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it from Aaron Rodgers. Good advice for life, for football, just relax. Apparently, we have forgotten how to do that. A new survey says 49% of us can't relax on our days off. 3/4 of people say they often have days with no down or relaxation times. Find that?
Yeah, I do. And people who go on vacation and then plan it so much that they don't have a moment to just sit in a lawn chair in the sun and enjoy. Yeah.
But what you do, Gino, for your job is what a lot of people will call relaxing.
I know they
Traveling,
think so.
Going to the
But it's not.
No,
Just the airport alone would drive me crazy.
Exactly. And sometimes I'm running to that airport to catch that flight with 10 minutes to spare. That is so stressful and not relaxing.
And are my bags going to get there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's traveling is not fun.
It's not fun.
Right.
And just on our days, okay, I've got to do this, I've got to go here, I've got to blah, blah, blah.
And I need one day. I mean, I'm not, I think I know how to chillax.
Okay.
I think I do, because I can do.
Bottle of red?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think I'm pretty
chunk.
good at but for me, it's a matter of giving yourself permission to let whatever's in your mind go, to let it be undone or whatever until you.
Yeah.
I don't have a child, though.
I know, but as a parent, I mean, as a parent, it's completely different, especially a little one. But I will say this, your relaxation comes at nighttime when you're sleeping, and hopefully it's
I
nice
don't relax when I
stretch
sleep.
of
Really? My brain, that's when it gets going.
The best of time.
That's when I sort
If you
stuff
can-
out.
If you can get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's called melatonin.
Oh, like that's what I need.
And when you're watching a
melatonin,
movie, are you talking with that person watching you through the cable box? Or is it just you?
Gino, my cable box in the middle of the night turned itself off, and don't get me started because it's a thing. It's
And then you hear it kind of like it's like, yeah.
Ghosts in the system.
All right.
It's just her, though.
It's just, I know. Plus,
we'll be right back. Sure. No, we are not going to continue to talk about me. Short break, we'll be right back.
Mills Money is back at Mills Fleet Farm. This week, when you spend $29.99 or more, get 10% back in Mills Money.
That's 10% back on just about everything.
It's like I'm getting paid to shop.
Lawn and garden supplies, boating and fishing gear, snacks for the family, even new tires for your vehicle.
The more you buy, the more you get back.
Get 10% back in Mills Money at Mills Fleet Farm.
Attention, have you had a knee replacement? If you or someone you know received a DePuy Attune knee system, you may be entitled to compensation. Knee implants have failed, resulting in pain, infection, and bone loss. If you've received a DePuy Attune knee system and are experiencing pain or need revision surgery, call the law offices of Daniel Condos at 414-444-4444 for a free consultation. That's 414-444-4444. Call now.
You know why Louisiana food is the best food in the world?
Because we're slow cooking.
You heard the man. Well, slow cooking's about to pay off fast with some deliciously good deals on my amazing Popeye's chicken. How good? I'm talking 4 pieces for only $5 good. You heard me. 4 for $5 good. Or 10 pieces and all this for 20 good. I'm talking, ooh, now I'm hungry good. Deals like this are why you don't just like Popeyes. You love that chicken from Popeyes.
Meet Amy. She has the AT&T U-verse bundle.
I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD. Plus, we get the free Spectrum TV app, so everyone can watch live TV on their devices and have access to over 30,000 on-demand movies and shows.
30,000.
Get Spectrum TV $29.99 a month. Call 844-537-2999.
And with Spectrum Internet, we have 100 megabits with no data caps. It's the fastest starting speed for the price. Includes a free modem and security suite.
My starting speed is only 50 megabits. Spectrum is 2 times faster.
Get Spectrum Internet, $29.99 a month.
Did you know Spectrum Voice has unlimited nationwide calling with no additional taxes and fees?
I'd switch, but I'm in a contract and I could end up paying hundreds to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm calling Spectrum.
Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice, $29.99 a month each. Call 844-537-2999.
I see Alex popping off. That should be me.
The last thing I need is my girls falling apart.
Star. That's tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 6.
We are back, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to the list that couldn't make it. Glad I got finally hit the top.
I'm glad that you're here. Thank you, Gino. Thank you,
I hear
Kim.
there was one more guy.
You were going to be here anyway. One way or
Yes,
another. And we'll see you tomorrow.
And thanks to Anna Lardnoy, too,
Yes.
for walking Milwaukee and Gossip Walking for the tour of downtown on the Skywalk.
Let's try to do it tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Check it out.
We should do it live.
Yeah.
Fox Focus. A few minutes for a closer look.
Hi there. Thanks for joining us for Fox Focus today. I'm Meg McKenzie, and thanks to technology, the healthcare industry has made several leaps in recent years. Tim Riley with Network Health is joining us today to share how technology is transforming the industry and how consumers are benefiting from it. Tim, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk some specifics about how technology is transforming healthcare.
Technology is affecting healthcare through the accessibility of healthcare, as well as how we interact with healthcare. And items like that are influencing that are the wearable trackers, as well as virtual visits to providers, and then also the online apps and services.
I really want to ask you about a few of those things, specifically the virtual visits, which we'll get into. But first, let's talk about the benefit of these things to consumers.
Okay.
So, like this, I wear a wearable tracker, and I know the benefits to it, but maybe others don't.
Right. People have more access to the information and various perspectives of healthcare.
Right.
Information is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
And with Network Health, we're helping members and providers and caregivers obtain access to information all the time.
All the time.
Yes.
The more we know, the better we can do for ourselves is really what it comes down to. So let's talk about these wearable trackers. What does it do for me?
Well, it can track, as you're probably quite aware of, your exercise.
Right.
And it can also track the nutrition, as well as heart rates, and even your sleep patterns can be monitored more effectively these days.
Right. The sleep is what I really enjoy, because it's quite fascinating to learn how little sleep I was getting.
Yeah. And also, with all of that information being gathered, not only is it available for you, but you can make that information available for your provider.
Oh, that's
so that
true.
they could include it into your medical records.
I didn't even think about that, but that's a huge benefit.
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's talk about virtual visits. I have to say, I've never done one yet, but I've heard of them.
Okay, well, virtual visits are board-certified providers offering care as you need it.
Right.
And so again, is that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And where it comes in very handy is you could be traveling and you could get to a board-certified provider. I've had a personal experience recently where I went into an urgent care. Urgent care and the emergency rooms can be very costly managed to seek health care. But when I was there, what was surprising was I just went in for a sinus infection and knew I needed an antibiotic. And I learned that there were 4 other people that had the flu, which was that wasn't what I wanted to take home. So, and then when I came out of the exam room, there was 10. So my realization was that I made them, that I didn't make the most effective choice. I should have used my virtual provider offering, which is an offering that health plans do make. And it would have been a lower cost option, and I would have gotten the antibiotics I needed.
You had me at the money, but the flu part of that story too is eye-opening for sure. So what are some other ways that healthcare networks like Network Health are using technology to help us?
One of the most exciting things that I'm finding at Network Health that we're involved in right now is a clinical integration initiative. This clinical integration is working with specialists and primary care providers to leverage and combine your electronic medical record so that the information is being shared and moved seamlessly across the provider network.
So much benefit. Tim, thanks for being with us today. You can learn more at networkhealthconnections.com. Thanks for joining us.
Interested in appearing on Fox Focus? Email us at foxfocus@fox6now.com. You can be a part of the Fox 6 News team. Be our eyes and ears on the ground, and when breaking news strikes, call 414-214-FOX6 or head to fox6now.com.